Oh, well, that seemed
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wow. It's being recorded.
Wow.
We're so good at this.
Do not lump me into that.
Okay. This is the podcast.
This is it.
This is it.
Wow.
Wow. So I was thinking, we were talking the other day, talking about our story, how we became friends, how we became twins, how we are. Oh, I was also thinking about this. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, except for I'm Tweedledummer.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
We'll not much going up in there.
You know what? Don't need your sass. Okay, so when do you remember the first time us like meeting and like hanging out or whatever?
I mean, honestly, it was band. And when I first met you, I definitely was like, who the fuck is this?
But why? Like what was I doing that you're like, who the fuck is this chick?
Who's this chick playing flute? Well, I don't know. First of all, there's an unspoken rule in the flutes that if you're not friends, you're enemies.
Correct.
And we weren't friends yet, so
we were not friends yet.
But that was in, I think, my first like memory was middle school, and I don't remember what that memory was. And then I think we became actual friends freshman year.
Yeah, because we were friends I remember freshman year especially because I'm pretty sure we sat next to each other.
Yeah.
But
in the back of the flute section.
In the back of the flute section. Because we were the percussionists of the flute section.
Yes, absolutely.
I was the percussionist of the flute section.
Yes. Yes, you were.
But and also I remember Katie like freaking out because she didn't get into window ensemble that freshman year and she thought she should have. And so she was still with us, like acting crazy as she did. Love her to death. Hope she's doing well. I don't even know where she's at these days, but
I don't know either.
But yeah, I would say that. And then, but I mean, like, I feel like me personally, I didn't like hang out with people outside of school. Like, I didn't have friends outside of school. Like, we hung out at school and stuff.
Right.
But I don't remember us even like eating lunches together until like senior year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the first times I remember us hanging out, it was always before a band concert, and you would either come to my house and we would make food real quick, or
mac and cheese.
Yeah, we'd always make mac and cheese
since day one.
Or we would go to
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if it was junior or sophomore year. I know we were driving because I drove us. It was probably senior year because I didn't get my license till the end of junior year. So it must have been senior year for marching band. We would finish school, we'd get in my car, we'd drive to Taco Bell, get our 2,700 tacos, and then go back and get ready for the game or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's, yeah. But I mean, we didn't hang out like, that was like the extent of our outside of school hanging out.
Yes, I agree. But I mean, you think about it, like I didn't have a car at all.
Yeah.
Even when we got our licenses. But I mean, I'm like thinking who I hung out with. The people that I hung out with were like friends from elementary school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And see, I didn't have friends from elementary school. I have no friends. I've never had friends. Nobody likes me.
I was gonna say this no friend thing started early for you.
It really did. Like, looking back, I was like, I was like friendly with people like at school and stuff, and like I had my school friends,
Yeah.
but especially when we moved to the house that we're in now, like I didn't have like even neighborhood friends
Yeah. Well, you're
because
like, yeah, your guys' neighborhood is so, I don't know. Like you don't really see people outside. Like you
uh-uh.
don't, it's not a neighborhood that you see kids playing outside.
No, which is weird
Yeah.
considering like how the neighborhood's laid out. Like you would
Hmm.
think that'd be the perfect spot for families and kids to be just like out running around because it's not on a street or anything.
No, it's definitely, it's a weird vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
Kind of, yeah. It's different now though that it's like people our age are moving
Mhm.
in and with their kids, which is
Mhm.
also fucking insane to think about that
Yeah.
um that could have been us, but it's not.
It's
Nor
definitely
nor will it ever be us.
oh my
Um Unfortunately. But there's definitely more people like out and like kids playing and talking and like just chatting with the neighbors and like that kind of thing. And I don't know
yeah,
if it's because when we moved in, it was a lot of older people, like
yeah,
retirement
like
people,
retired. Yeah.
or like people with older kids and like that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, there were kids in the neighborhood that were Caroline Thomas's age that they didn't hang out with either. So I don't know.
Well, there's that guy you took to prom.
Yeah, the one. I mean, even then, we didn't really hang out outside of school either.
No, it was awkward as fuck.
Yeah, he was sweet boy. I love him to death. I hope he's also doing well. I think he's in town still, actually. Last I heard, he is not working with his dad, but like same kind of thing, doing like real estate development kind of stuff.
Okay,
So yeah,
that's
we
pretty
love
cool.
that for him. Yeah, so I really remember us like I mean, besides my like mental health memory loss problems, I really don't remember us really hanging out before senior year either.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like I think we were like friendly,
Yeah,
and I would say more so starting like sophomore year with pep band because
yeah.
that's when all the shenanigans with some of the upperclassmen were happening.
Hmm.
And like when we went to state,
Yep.
that trip was wild, bro.
Yes, it was. It was a
That was
blast.
that was something.
It
That was
was a
so much
blast.
fun.
Yeah.
Dear
Those pictures.
Mr. J.
Oh man, I saw those pictures. The I mean, I also, I know you didn't either, but like I had no life in high school.
Me neither. I didn't for sure.
Mm-mm. I had
I
0 hour conditioning. So before school conditioning,
mm-hmm.
then school,
Mm-hmm.
then I'd come home, or no, I'd go to softball, and then I'd come home, eat something if I ate something, and then I would go to bed. And then it was easier for me to wake up in the morning before my 0 hour and do my homework in the morning.
Yeah.
I would go to bed at literally 8:30 at night, like as soon as I would get home from softball.
Yeah, see, I was not a morning person at all.
Yeah.
Um, Still am not really, if we're being perfectly honest. But um I had I know I didn't do 0 hour conditioning because I didn't play sports like that. But I know I feel like I did some 0 hour band, but I don't know which ones it was or what it was.
Well,
Because
it would have been jazz
because I
and
never played jazz in high
no.
school. I did in middle school, but not in high school. So maybe I
Well,
did do zero
remember
hour.
our freshman year, 0 hour was marching band in the fall,
Yeah. Maybe it was just fall for 0 hour then.
but
I don't know.
that was only with Jay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, because I had school all day, and then depending on the day, I would either go straight to the dance studio to
Yeah.
teach, or I would, I can't remember if I would go home at all most days.
In
Um,
between.
in between school and dance. I think there were a couple of days where I didn't teach, but I had class myself later. Um, but that wasn't very often, like maybe once a week. And then I'd be there until 7:38 ish, go
Yeah.
home, sometimes eat, most of the time not. And then sometimes do homework, most of the time not, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
But also like on weekends, I didn't do anything either.
Saturdays during the spring, I had softball on Saturdays.
Yeah, which makes sense. But again, like I didn't play sports like that. I was just a loser.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, still am. But also, so I was
Not
talking with the kids over Christmas. I saw this meme. It was like, you ask your mom. I think I sent
oh
it to you. Like, ask your mom, like, if you can go somewhere, and they're like, "Who you going? Where you going? Who's gonna be there? When?" Like all the questions or whatever. It's like you ask your dad, and they're like, "Okay, see you later."
kiss you
And I
later.
was, and that's exactly how it was with my parents.
Okay.
Because like dad, even now, like obviously I'm a grown up, but I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this. And he's like, okay, bye. But he would have done the same thing when I was in high school, be like, hey, I'm gonna go to wherever. And be like, okay, be safe. But mom was like, who's gonna be there? When are you going? Where are you going? Like, what time are you coming home? What's the plan? I'm like, I don't have a plan. Nobody
Mhm.
has a plan.
Yeah.
Which always turned into no, you can't go because you don't know all the details.
Yeah. I feel that.
But and then Caroline was telling me that I was wrong because I didn't have the details. I'm like, I'm sorry, I also had no friends because she had her like same little foursome that they did
Right.
everything together. So it was like we're going to one of their houses no matter what, kind of
It's
a
almost
thing.
like you just had to say we're not doing drugs and we're not drinking.
Literally, like that's it.
I think that's what she wanted you to say.
I mean, maybe. I mean, but at the same time, like I didn't have people to hang out with, so I didn't have a reason to ask.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't invited to like parties or anything like that. So,
It definitely I didn't even know about all of those high school
mm-mm.
parties.
No, me neither. But yeah. And then I remember eating lunch in the third floor stairwell senior year.
Yep.
And I was what was that, the seventh wheel at that point? It was you, Dom, Darshan, Lydia, Casey, and
Casey wasn't with anybody.
for a
It
while
was Megan
oh,
and
Megan and Eli.
yeah,
Those guys.
who's now a gay bodybuilder, I think.
Good for him. We called that like
Yeah.
15 years ago, but you know,
Right. Yeah, I have no idea. But
it be how it be.
mm-hmm.
And then
Oh, and Brian. Brian was
oh
there.
yeah, Brian. Forgot about him.
Yeah. How could you forget about
Shut up. Yeah, I know. I have tried to block some of those memories out,
Oh,
unfortunately.
I have two, absolutely.
Like he and I were like really, really close for a while.
Yeah.
In high school, especially. Partially because okay, so I will take it back. He was my one friend from elementary school.
Yep.
Because we literally grew up together and he was like a normal-ish person then.
Mm-hmm.
But then after it must have been when we were in college. it got weird. And we'll have to get into that conversation in another episode because that's a whole rabbit hole that we don't have time to go down tonight.
No, that there's a lot on either. On both sides.
All sides with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That'll come later. Stay tuned. If you want to find out the tea.
The tea.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think. So college, I really personally, I disconnected from everybody.
Yes, you did.
And I was like, I'm gonna reinvent myself into this city slicker, like
city what or what?
Yep. This big city girl, and like
this big city girl in fucking Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, it is a big city compared to Spokane. Let's be real. But it's fucking Wisconsin, bro. Nobody warned me. I mean, it is a big city. The population is huge.
So is Spokane if you really look at it.
I mean, yes, but Milwaukee is much more dense. I was also living downtown, so I was like,
that's why I like the big city to you. It's because you were living downtown.
Yeah, I was literally right downtown. So I was like, I'm gonna reinvent myself. I'm gonna leave that bitch behind. Obviously we see how well that worked. Note to self, don't try to run from your problems.
You still do?
You know what? You're not wrong, but it's besides the point.
Pick up and move halfway across the country to avoid
dealing with anything.
Yeah. How about that? Because you don't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore. I did that once and I won't do it again. So we'll go with that.
It's progress.
We're making progress slowly but surely.
Yes.
But yeah, I really disconnected from everybody, especially that first semester, freshman year.
Yes, I remember being hurt by that for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it in that way. And part of it was, again, my mental illness of like nobody actually gives a shit about me, so I could disappear halfway across the country and nobody would know.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was not entirely the case. Not entirely.
No.
And then
I just had boy issues.
That is true. You did have boy issues. And that's how we became bestest friends, was because of those boy issues.
Yes.
Because I'm the only one that stuck around.
Yes, you are.
You're welcome. Glad I could be here for you.
I don't know.
Through all of this.
Oh my gosh.
Because when in the year did everything with your breakup and everything happen, that freshman year? When like
it happened, well, it started going downhill in like fucking October.
Okay, so it's first semester, quarter, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You were on quarters, I was on semesters.
Yeah. And then it all happened like right before winter break.
Okay. So I'm trying to think. It must have been when I came home at the end of second semester, our freshman year, is when we, no, I don't remember.
The summer? We hung out a lot.
What?
My first seeing you since college was Hoop Fest.
Was it Hoop Fest?
Mm-hmm.
Must have been. So what dorms did you live in freshman year?
The beer cans.
Okay, so I never went to that one. I went to the one sophomore year, the brand new ones. Right?
Yes.
They were like brand new at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember I went to those. That was either Christmas or spring break or one of the breaks. I was home for a while because that's when I met Michael and I met, oh shit, what was his name? There was one guy that was one of, I want to say he was one of Michael's friends from school.
Patch.
Nope. He like fell madly in love with me, as everyone
Oh,
does, but Colton, there we go. Yes,
That-
him.
Floor mate. Like I mean, we were friendly with him, but he was a floor mate.
Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
That got weird real fast too. But
Is
I would
there more
say,
about with that?
huh?
Is there more that I don't know about with that?
I don't know what you know about that.
Didn't you guys go get you guys hotboxed the car?
Yeah, we did that. But he also fell madly in love with me. And for years was like trying to hook up or go out and like all this stuff. I never did. I will tell you that. I never did.
You dodged a bullet because he ended up getting kicked out of school
I believe that.
because he was accused of raping a girl.
Good. Sounds about right. Checks out.
Not good as in, well, good that he got kicked out, but
Yeah.
He ended up getting a chick pregnant and like married her and all this
I saw
stuff.
he was married at one point.
He was married at one point, yeah, because I think he got somebody pregnant, and
Yeah.
who knows where that fool is anymore. I have no
Who
idea.
knows? Yeah, I remember. So that was sophomore year. And that's when
Yeah.
I feel like you and I really started hanging out.
Yeah,
Was
it
then.
really started that past summer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Yeah.
times.
We reconnected after your breakup, and like I was the only one the only one of our friends from high school that like actually heard both sides of the conversation, which I thought was strange. But
Yeah, with how close I was with all of those friends.
because I was like in high school, I felt like I was just kind of like tacked on to the group. Because it was all people like you had hung out with for a long
Years.
time.
Yeah.
Plus everyone was dating the same ish people and or people you all knew, and
Yeah.
and then here comes lonely little me be like, please let me sit with you at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So too much.
I have no friends. Nobody likes me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, college was a wild time for sure.
Yeah,
I blocked a lot of it out.
same.
that
Same.
I remember. No, and yeah, but geez.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yep. Well,
Right. Well, this is just kind of a trial run. Sayonara.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh shit. Sorry. Take you go ahead.
Sayonara, bitches. I
Hasta
don't
la
know.
vista, baby. Can we get copyrighted for that?
And what?
Can we get
Maybe.
copyrighted for that?
Maybe?
I don't know.
Don't say that. And then we don't have to worry about it.
That's fair. I'll just need to think of like a little cute little tagline. My catchphrase.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Yeah. I'm gonna upload this. We're just gonna throw shit out there.
Okay.
It's just gonna be audio, don't worry. There's not gonna be video.
Video.
No video, just audio.
We should probably talk about like who we want to hear this to.
Probably should.
Because yeah.
Disclaimer, if you are related to us, don't listen.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh, I do. I
well,
mean,
yeah.
not really, but kind of. If you're our parents or grandparents, maybe don't listen.
Maybe not.
But we're just a couple of the bottom of the millennials,
Yeah.
struggling our way through life. And if you want to hear our thoughts and no thoughts, because I don't have any, then maybe you should give us a listen.
Maybe. Or don't.
Or don't.
Probably doesn't matter to us.
We're going to do this anyways, so.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Till next time.
Until next time.
Bye.